Hey guys, just finished watching Arrow, Season 7, Episode 16, Star City 2040. What an episode. So this one was really interesting. It was entirely in the flash forward and the future flash forwards that we've been getting throughout this whole season and stuff. I think it's really interesting. We start off the episode with a cameo from Nisa Al Ghul training Mia and stuff, so that was really interesting with that. It was kind of cool seeing that there. And we see Mia ends up finding out that, and gets flashbacks to 2030 or something like that, or a few years ago, but after 2019, which we find out that Felicity has been hacking again, as vigilante and all that stuff. That's kind of interesting, and we also they're going looking for her, and they find out that Connor Hawke is working for future version of Argus, so that's really cool. He's still working with his father and stuff, and he knew the whole time that that Mia was Felicity's daughter and all that stuff. That was kind of interesting there. They end up finding Felicity, and Connor even says a response. Connor even tells Mia, with great power comes great responsibility. He even quotes Spider-Man and refers to Spider-Man. I think that's kind of interesting to try and get her to help, and help Felicity stop the day. And we find out that Felicity created Archer back in the day. And I think that's kind of an interesting idea. So I guess, she created this AI that turns into this whole thing and stuff. And I think that's going to be interesting to see as to where things go with this. And I'm not sure how I feel about this whole future storyline. I feel like when they set up this future storyline, I don't think they really kind of predicted that season 8 would be their last episode in the last season type thing. So it's kind of disappointing because I feel like if they had known that season 8 was only going to be 10 episodes and only going to be their last season, last bit, I think they would have done this completely different, and they might not have and they would have not done this episode or done this future storyline. But we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with this, because I think it was really interesting just because it was an episode of Arrow without even Oliver Queen in it, and they never even mentioned as to what's going on with Oliver Queen in the future. So I think that could be something interesting to see as to where things kind of go in the next few episodes, to see as to if we find out more in the flashbacks, the flash forwards, as to what's been going on with Oliver type thing. Where has he been? I think we only have a few more episodes left. Episode 16 of 22. So we have about only a few more episodes. So like 6 more episodes, so that's going to be interesting to see as to where things kind of go with all that. And then we do have to deal with the whole storyline of Emiko being working for Dante and stuff. That looks like, based on the trailer, that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode, so that'll be interesting to see that, to see as to where things kind of go with that sort of relationship. But here in this episode, I really like the whole thing, the relationship between everyone, seeing Roy Harper back and him dealing with, him meeting Felicity again and all that stuff is definitely going to be quite interesting just to see as to kind of where things kind of go with this. So this episode was kind of fun. I like seeing as to where things going with this storyline, but I just have I was thinking, feeling that this future storyline with season 8 being the last episode, being kind of quickly finished up, and then very quickly finishing it up if they don't finish it at the end of this season, and if they do, not touching upon it whatsoever in the next season, just because they want to finish and build up to the whole ending of the show type thing. So I think that's going to be interesting to see as where that goes in the next season, but I don't see that this future storyline being a part of that. So that's why I'm really interested to see as to where things go with this storyline. I just don't know how. I feel like I said, if they had known that this was going to be there before last season, it's only half a season, it's only 10 episodes left for the next season, they would not have done that, I don't think. So I think that's going to be interesting to see as to where things go and how much this becomes part of the next season. But really, I'd rather not have this be part of the next season. I'd rather just be no flashbacks, no flash forwards, nothing, just complete modern time in every episode, so that we get more of it. Because it feels like, because we did this episode here, we had very little flashbacks to 2019 or flash forwards or whatever. It felt like so much more happened in this episode. So I think that's what I'd like to see for season 8 and for the rest of this season. But I feel like for season 8, because like I said, I don't feel like they were able to plan out too much season 7 as the way they would have liked to have, knowing it would have been their last before last season and last couple of episodes. So I think that's going to be interesting to see as to where things go with this in the next season. But in the next season, I'd like to see no flashbacks, no flash forwards, no nothing, just stick with full episodes, and it gives us a bit more to digest in, rather than splitting it between the flash forwards, the flashbacks, just doing this full episode is the way I'd like to see it go for season 8. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.